Hey guys, it's your boy. We are back again with this season 2. I'm a little bit late, alright, because I had a lot of experiments going on, but for season 2 we are Great Ball tier, rank 7, and yeah, that's where we're going to actually be starting off this season. Few notes for this. Currently, it is still season 2. I am climbing. I'm gonna take breaks between it because I have to get this content out, and I might want to make new teams and see how that goes. But yeah, look out for these videos of the rank climb. I might be going a different route of posting longer format of content, and you already saw of content of streams instead of voicing over or commentating, because I kind of do the commentating. Unless it's like a very interesting like playstyle or something I haven't seen before, I'll definitely talk over it. Well, I'll talk over myself. But that's the notes I would say. If you want to see the streams, I do stream on Twitch. At Twitch TV at twitch.tv/SteelSupremo. I'll have a link in the description, and I also have another YouTube channel where you can see the full-length content or the whole stream VOD of my Masters climb. Well, however far I do climb, but I think the highest rank I did get for last season was rank 8. But nonetheless, let's look for the battle and let's get to it. My opponent here is actually going to have Meowscarada, Hippowdon, the scary Tatsugiri, Armorogue, Hydreigon, and I was about to call that boy Wishcash, but Dondozo. We got Garchomp, Gyarados, Tyranitar, Meowscarada, Rotom, and Salamence. I think this team is pretty interesting because we were only really rocking one new gen Pokemon, and that's Meowscarada. Hits very hard with Choice Band, and you can run Protein, but I think I just have the basic whenever I get, I think 1/3 HP, it procs for like all the starters for grass type moves for Meowscarada. I don't have Protein. But let's see how this is going to, feature in this. This is our first ranked game of the season. A nice smack dab in the middle. Let's see what the competition's like since leaving off, I think, in rank 8. Alright, he's actually just gonna start off with the Dondozo Tatsugiri. My Gyarados is going to use Intimidate, but I'm not sure if this does anything. Like, does the Intimidate still proc off and he gets the +2 regardless? Because I've been looking at it, I've been seeing it, but I think it's possibly because he would use Order Up. Then I'll finally look at it, so it'll be a +1 Order Up, which then makes him +2. But nonetheless, he is now locked into Dondozo and Tatsugiri. Right now I'm just opting, what can he really do to me? This thing is a problem on the field. And I guess I can just trick it, then hopefully that will stop it from stalling, or I would just be creating a fast monster. I know, and this team doesn't even have no type of Spore. I don't really think it has Disruption, and I don't have Gastrodon. And the Fairy Gastrodon is coming soon. It's definitely needed for this type of mon that's going through. I only really get hit by an Earthquake with the Fairy Tera. Because Order Up wouldn't go through if it was like a 1v1 situation. And that Order Up, like, does a lot of damage to Rotom. We're actually going to get our Dragon Dance off with Gyarados though, but I'm not really sure what type of mileage I can get off of this. This is why I like starting off the double Intimidate, just in case this happens, or the teams that really heavily like to set up. I'm finding different ways of how to stop this, or if it is like a setup mon, I've been trying out using Zoroark. It's very awkward. Because if I can get a fast taunt off, I can stop some type of setup. Nonetheless, I will be using Shadow Ball to do as much damage to, oh god, this monstrosity, Dondozo. Earthquake goes through, doesn't hurt Rotom because it has Levitate. That was a crit. Crit does basically nothing, and Dondozo is just going to go straight into the Rotom, knocking him out. Now he should be +3. The game is looking very grim with this Dondozo just stacking up. I have nothing to reduce his stats. Salamence goes for the Intimidate, so he should be +2 now. This boy's a problem. But what he doesn't know, I think I will opt to use my Terra-type Steel. And I'm thinking about cycling out my Mons to hopefully just keep trying to reduce it or make it just stop even. This Bond is a problem. But I do have Draco Meteor, Draco Meteor, Steel Terra to 1 resist his order up and to pack out a hard-hitting special attack move. So he should just only be +2 special defense right now. Personally, I'm trying to get a flying Salamence that's physical. So I want to try the dual wing beat, because that can actually smack pretty hard on Focus Sashmon. Or even Mousehold. That. Use Draco Meteor, and look at that, man. A sliver of HP. Salamence loses a little bit of HP because of my Life Orb, and he's going to use Order Up. And it doesn't do that much just because we are a Steel type. We predicted this. And I just want to, honestly, I could use U-turn or Sucker Punch just to be very safe, but I kind of don't want to waste a turn whatsoever if he doesn't focus me. Now I'm going to swap it out into Gyarados once again to proc the Intimidate and to reset my Salamence of the negative stats that he has. And he's a pretty fast monster. End up being faster than the Dondozo, U-turning to break his, well, just to kill the Dondozo, break nothing. Mans was just a threat on the board. Meowscarada goes back to me, and I'm going to send out my Salamence, which is honestly in a great position, because even if it hits a Hydro Pump, I don't think it does a lot. Icy Wind shouldn't do that much from Tatsugiri, even though it kind of hits pretty hard, and it's not faster than, I would say, at least my Salamence. I don't know about Gyarados. And I can just use Draco Meteor, which is super effective. Or I can just opt to, hopefully, just ignore it. Because I do have my Meowscarada in the back, and I can just click Flower Trick. Or a U-turn on Hydreigon now that we know that. And Hydreigon is a problem, by the way. But Flower Trick is going to honestly hit anything hard. And those Intimidates are just stacking on Tatsugiri, and they kind of like, they add up to nothing. Just imagine if we had like Skill Swap or something, just a random Skill Swap in the back. Not even Skill Swap, Attack Swap. Yeah, right now, our opponent has a couple options. He may outspeed with his Hydreigon. With a Heat Wave, knocks out my Salamence. That's why I'm protecting. My Gyarados will resist really anything that he has to throw at me. His Tatsugiri actually opts to use Muddy Water, and it's pretty fast, so I'm believing that it's Scarf right now. It's going to double into my Gyarados, surprisingly. Expecting my Salamence to protect. He has to believe that anything's going to knock out my Salamence, even that Muddy Water. With a Dragon Dance off, I can do a little bit more damage. But I'm thinking to myself right now, my Salamence can't really It'll get hit by the Earthquake, but Earthquake is kind of resisted by everything, so. I don't want to waste another turn by protecting with Gyarados either. My Salamence, luckily, ends up avoiding an attack. Gyarados doesn't take that much damage because it is a water/flying type, so it'll resist that. Draco Meteor actually goes off onto the Hydreigon and knocks it out, luckily. And that is a threat gladly defeated, because that could have gave my Meowscarada a huge problem. But I'm guessing he doesn't have Heat Wave. So he didn't opt to use it. He used Dragon Ball. He now has his own Meowscarada, and now I'm like, man, this could end up to being a speed tie. This is a problem. I end up using Heat Wave, right, to damage both in that way. Even if it misses, and if I hit one, I got some type of chip, right? If it hits, it kills me Meowscarada. If it doesn't, I die. That's really difficult decisions here. Or I can just switch out and have my own Meowscarada on board and hopefully take not that much damage. Or I could just EQ with Gyarados, hopefully being faster and do damage to both. Let's see. Gonna end up using Sucker Punch to take out the Gyarados. Oh, not take out the Gyarados. Living with 11 HP and its protein. We ate that pretty good, nicely. Earthquake goes through. Does plenty of damage to every mon on the board. Now it's really up to my Meowscarada. He could have U-turn. He could be locked into a move right now. I'm not really sure. So this is very dangerous. I can get rid of the hopefully Heat Wave hits both, but I can use U-turn and that'll do at least a nice bit of damage to both the mons because it's effective. But once again, I'm not protein, so right now I'm thinking Flyer Trick might be the best option since it should be stab, right? Or would the knockoff be stab? Because it's a dark grass. Instead of grass, dark, right? Nonetheless, Muddy Water takes out my Salamence. It really got a lot of mileage, and it brings me back. No, I'm not really fond of using the special attack Salamence. U-turn goes through, knocks out the Meowscarada. And I like using special attack Salamence just for the fact that Intimidate doesn't really affect it. But we're going to just click U-turn and hopefully outspeed the Tatsugiri and knock it out. I believe it was faster than me. Yeah, that thing had to be Scarf. Meowscarada ends up using the U-turn and it's enough to take it out. And that was our first ranked game of the season. Honestly, a little bit tough. We faced the Dodonzo. It wasn't as bad as probably could have been. As you can see, this team didn't really have as much to deal with it. And that's kind of a problem because the threats for me this season are Dodonzo, Armorogue, and then Indeedee. I'm getting popped by Oranguru and Struct, surprisingly. But I guess I can just taunt him. Because I thought to see if Inner Focus, it wouldn't have worked on Inner Focus, but that's just with Fake Out. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And let's see how good we do this season. Let me know how you're doing this season and like potential threats that you see within this meta or this series. All right. Yeah.